of us are known to be able to make it into our passion, hit the mark, and bring in vitality at the whole level that we want to in our health and wellness and get there. The things I'm going to talk about today are about like what stops us. And I'm going to bring in my 20 years experience around the mindset, working with clients in a way of knowing what stops them and how I've been able to, as a health coach, as an energy revitalizer and cash flow vitality coach, is there's a lot of reasons why the other 93% struggle, struggle in this area. Come on in, let's enjoy some evening Facebook Live. My name is Rhonda Liebig, an energy revitalizer, cash flow vitality expert. And let's lay it down. Let's lay it down there. First off, to be able to create and enjoy having the experience of what we want in our passion is the abundance factor. And when we don't have the abundance factor happening for us personally, that's when things stop us because we think, well, we better work really, really, really hard. And if we don't, then something is not going to happen that we expect it to because we expect that we want to work so hard that our body aches because that means we worked as hard as we could and that we're going to get what we want because our body is saying, no more, no more. I can only handle this much. That was the mindset and the way that I felt when I was in my right before I ended up getting on thyroid medicine. I would sleep 2 to 4 hours, sometimes 8 in my days throughout the night, and I would stay up till 4, sometimes get up at 6 to be able to get to school and then do my whole day all over again. And there's reasons why I did that. So there's parts to my story that I'm not going to share the whole thing tonight, but I do know that when we start, welcome in. I would love to see who's here. When we start feeling the abundance and the factor that really challenges us in moving forward is the first thing. As a vitality coach, I start thinking about if we don't have the energy and we keep pushing ourselves in a space that we start getting close to adrenal fatigue, well, then how can we get to our passion? How can we feel like we're leveling up when we feel really crappy? I'm so tired of feeling crappy. After being on thyroid medicine for 20 years, I know 3 years being off of medicine, I'm ready to celebrate. Tonight, it's about celebrating. It's about getting in and getting that juice flowing of what is important to you. What is important to you? And you may not have the answer. So let's let that seed grow for you and let's keep moving forward. I used to go on vacation, and tell me if this has ever happened to you. I used to go on vacation. Let's say it's a 7 day vacation or a 10 day vacation. And I would think, this is so cool. I'm on vacation. This is awesome. But within the second day or so, something weird would happen. My skin started feeling yucky. I started feeling pushed down. I felt like I wanted to go home, but I didn't want to go home because at home was all about work. But I didn't want to be where we were. If it was Mexico, Hawaii, where Tahiti, wherever we were, I felt like this is only, I've gotten to my max of how much fun is. Now I feel like I need to work because something's wrong. And so my abundance factor of having fun and believing in myself totally changed. I don't know if that's ever happened for you, but I do know as I'm speaking about this, that I've talked to quite a few people about that, is that we think we have to hurt our body or we only can have so much fun. To move forward and really get into the abundance factor and start really experiencing the truth. about where we want to go. If you're a speaker, if you own a business, if you're looking for leveling up in any part of your life, this is such a good discussion. We see a lot of leaders out there that we know of that are dealing with adrenal fatigue because they're not using tools to be able to balance themselves. They are in the old school sense of working, 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 and if we keep working, then things are going to happen for us. But what if you started your day in an insightful way that just made you feel scrumptiously good? You understood what you needed for the day because you were consistently starting your day early. I have a special process that I go through in the morning. How about for you? Please add your comment if there's any, or that you struggle with your morning, or you say you're not a morning person. Not being a morning person is a big challenge when we keep saying that over and over. Because wouldn't it be divine to do something where nobody's expecting anything of us and it's all about us taking care of ourselves? Wouldn't that be divine? Welcome in. As soon as we start looking at the morning and being able to add stuff that helps us rebalance ourselves, we start being part of that 7% of people that truly make it in our passion, that do exactly what we authentically want to do. I know being in the health industry for 20 years, I want to be locking arms with you as you are making your changes because we do know there's a lot of people struggling in this world. And I have struggling days too. And I bet you show up sometimes with your struggling days. But think about if you were to add some special tools that you really saw were special to you and they got you excited and they made you want to dance. Those tools, the ones that you say, this is going to level me up. I can feel it. I feel my body start to relax. I'm going to have more energy during the day. I'm going to stop having the afternoon slump. All those things that are important to you so you can get into the mental fat burning stage, I call it, because I'm all about working out and connecting. I've been working out since I was 14 years old. Throughout my whole years of working through this, I'm in my 50s. I only took 1 year off from working out. Like literally, I took a whole year off because my head was just like somewhere else. And that a coincidence, I was living in San Diego then, and that's where I was living on the beach. And there's a lot of stuff going on there about working out and looking a certain way. So think about taking a full year of working out and not believing in myself and where I took myself on a journey. Think about some spaces where you're limiting yourself and stopping yourself. Tonight it's about motivation, giving yourself some really good sleep tonight. So you can start your morning. Try start your morning 15 minutes early. And if you can, an hour, but give yourself some time. If this is process is new for you and you want to expand the 7% of people that we see are challenged in trying to live their authentic self, you may have seen I put a stat saying that 7% of people really make it with their goals. Now, if your passion is your goal to be able to build business, if your passion is to speak and to create a business with that, think about where you can go if you give yourself a little bit more time in the morning. I'm doing a 5 day jump start. You want to make sure that you get part of this. I put a link down there. Why you want to be part of it is I'm going to give you some morning time and it's free to be able to see how to work the 3 energy revitalized pillars, how you get in and really utilize your workout so your body feels good, how you start really feeling like you are able to handle the mindset area, how you can handle the food, because all this is really can be quite confusing. So, how do you do all that? So, I'm going to give you a jump start, bring in my 20 plus years, bring in my energy space. And as soon as you opt in, you get 2 videos. And those videos are going to give you an idea of how it is to be ready for Monday, this coming Monday. And that Monday is the 11th. We're going to have 5 days together, 1 hour piece, probably a little bit less. And we're going to really talk and move this stuff. We're going to make sure that you get to where you want to get to. And I'm able to really move the flow from the experience. I've worked with over 100 speakers through another space I call the Fresh Inspiration Show. And I know what it takes to help move motivation and what it takes to adjust and shift and see where the gap is for mindset. I'll bring in my top 10 sabotage list so you can see words and phrases that you're saying to yourself. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying these things. And it's great conversation for the community. Whatever community shows up, if it's just you or if it's 20 or if it's 100, I don't know how many people are going to opt in, who's going to show up, but it's going to be a divine, awesome, scrumptious space. Have an insightful night. Opt in, get the 5 days of free time with me. I I just started doing this and it's been years where I haven't been giving free stuff. I'm so excited to scrumptiously hold the space for this journey for being able to open up space for jumpstart, building a blueprint and getting yourself going. Have an insightful night.